Well, hello there. Me or if I decide to upload this to YouTube, but I decided to be very picky with how I use Proton, and I wanted to use the Dualsense controller, and it only worked with my Google Stadia controller. But I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be punked out of not being able to use Proton and using Wine. So I decided to fuck around with the files until I figured out how to get everything to work. And as you can see here, it took a lot of tinkering, moving around a bunch of DLL files. So if you want Proton to work with your DualSense controller, if you're having this problem, you're going to want to have to download Wine, or the latest version. It's 2026 right now. It's this day, as you can see. Or you can download a more recent one. As long as it's like recent and it works with your DualSense controller, it should be fine. And you're going to want to come to this path essentially, to this one, and then you're gonna take the DLL file from here. I think it's like no, yeah, the X input 3 DLL file, and you're gonna want to bring it to your Proton in the same directory, just different name. This one is x64. I tried putting it in this one, which was it's the same name, right, as this one, but it didn't work out. I put it in x64 and it matched to work. Have to fix it. If it doesn't work, you're gonna have to either use Wine or keep messing around with Proton until you figure out where to actually put the DLL file. But this is exactly where you're supposed to put it. You're supposed to take the x3 file, input x3 or whatever, from here in Wine, latest or a really new one that works. Don't try to go for like 11 or something. Just make sure it works because it'll work at first. You'll think it works, and then your analog stick is inverted. So you should mainly go for these paths. Take from here, you take that input 1_3 DLL and you drop it in here, and then it works. And this is specifically for old Windows games, like games for Windows, the DVDs. It works fine. Proton works fine with like these games, I believe. These are more recent. It works for everything. But if you have like an old game and it's not working, then it should work properly. So yeah, that's basically it. How to fix that, and you don't even really need to. It's just that you'd be using an old version of Wine, and technically these games aren't even getting updated anymore, so it wouldn't matter. I just wanted to make it work for Proton because I like Proton, and I didn't want to not be able to use Proton. And I use Protons these versions of Proton before I reinstalled CachyOS, and it worked fine perfectly with the DualSense. I'm guessing it's just like a mix-up with DLL files or changes that are unforeseen, and that's why it stopped working, but I managed to get it working again. This is something from CachyOS's website, I mean their GitHub. It's their own Proton version, and these are just releases of Proton from Valve, normal ones. They all didn't work for me and they worked before on the other OS before I reset it. And that's basically all you need to know. Anyways, peace out, you knuckleheads.